In this week's episode, we take a look at the US dollar ahead of the US elections. We also take a look at EURUSD, USDJPY, Euro Pound, and EURCAD. And we announce another winner of the TradingView Trade of the Week competition. Enjoy. Welcome guys to another weekly market review. It's a big week in the financial markets with the US elections coming up on Wednesday. So expect a lot of volatility in the markets. I don't want to be committing to too many trades before the election, but what I'm going to do is take a look again at the dollar index and a bit of an update on a view we shared quite a little while ago. Now, on the 30th of August, we shared our view on the dollar, and we mentioned that it's busy forming a potential three drive pattern, which is quite often the end of a big move. And we actually reached this three drive pattern to quite technical perfection here, and we had some dollar trades at these levels. Now what happened since then is quite interesting. We had this little 1, 2, 3 waves up, breaking market structure, and then we had the 1, 2, 3 waves down, clearing this liquidity. And this again is one of our FX price action reversal patterns. In fact, this is reversal pattern number 1. One of the high probability patterns. Now we look for these on the lower time frames for reversals, but with any pattern, the higher time frame you see this on, the higher the probability of this working. So my view on the dollar has not changed at all. I still expect much higher prices on the dollar. However, with the US elections coming up, how it's going to develop, I can't really tell you. But ideally, I'm only going to be looking for longs until this view changes. But like I said, nothing has changed at the moment. In fact, it's only strengthened my view that we're going to go higher on the dollar. So ideally, what I would like to see form is a bit of a correction. Maybe during all this volatility, we'll find some sort of reversal pattern, and I'll still just look for longs. With my first target going to be this resistance level over here, and ultimately, I do think we're even going to come higher to these levels over here, clearing this liquidity. So still just looking for longs on the dollar, and I'm quickly going to look at the euro dollar. Now the euro dollar is going to look quite similar to the dollar index, so just the inverse. And we had this big impulsive move up, and then we had that three drive that we mentioned, and we did look for those shorts at these levels. Since then the market broke down. It formed a bit of a head and shoulders pattern actually, and we broke this neckline. And last week we came back with a little ABC testing this neckline, and we actually did share a nice little short at this level over here. So if you're still holding that short, I think you can relax and let this play out a bit. I'm still looking for lower prices, and again, same as the dollar index, what I'll be looking for is corrective patterns, and any sort of short setups I find, I look to take this market lower. Now, with the view that I'm looking for stronger dollar, one of the pairs that stands out the most for me for a trading opportunity is that of the USDJPY. And we're on the weekly time frame here, so it's quite a big time frame. And we had this market, after this big distribution over here, we had the market clear these lows. We had an impulse, and it's since then been moving in this big sideways channel. Now we had a big drop on the USDJPY, and since then we've had a bit of an impulse, and again we've had this big sideways movement. I believe that once this sideways correction finishes, we're actually going to have quite a strong breakout to the upside. So I'm going to be hunting on the lower time frames for entries. So last month we did have the USDJPY clear these lows before moving up, and we did trade with the possible idea of this being the low. But after the market went higher, we had this impulsive move higher, and then the market started breaking to the downside, and all the momentum is still to the downside. So I still believe that we're going to come lower on the USDJPY. I'm not sure how low we're going to go, but as soon as we break these lows, that's when you start looking for those reversal patterns. Ideally, we'll find something to take this market higher. Next up, I want to just cover a couple of non-USD pairs, and first up is Euro Pound. This is one we covered last week, and we mentioned last week that we had these clean lows and that we were looking for the market to get to this area where we have this order block. Now we're treating this as a potential action zone, which means we're switching and looking for potential reversal patterns in this area. Now there's no guarantee that we're going to be reversing from here. It's possible that we can just drop lower to clear all these lows at the bottom. But if we do find any sort of clear reversal pattern here, we can take this market higher, potentially with a first target at the top of this trend line, and ideally maybe even higher to clear these highs over here. And finally, EURCAD is one that popped out when I went through all the charts. Now we had this market make this big impulsive move and then this rounded bottom before people started calling for a bit of a cup and handles. However, since then the market structure has changed and we started correcting to the upside, breaking down, correcting to the upside and breaking down. So I believe there's every possibility that we're going to go lower on this market, at least to clear these lows, and we're going to be looking at the lower time frames. So on the 8-hour time frame, it looks like quite a decent level we have over here. We had the market do this little 1, 2, 3 move down, and then we had the correction back up to this liquidity point. Again, one of our reversal patterns before the market broke down. Now, ideally from a trade point of view, what I would like to see this market do is get back up to this level. You can see this nice little consolidation before the market ran the stops and broke down. So if the market allows this price to get back to this level, this is where I'll start hunting for those shorts to take this market lower. First target would be these lows down here, and then we'll see how it develops potentially to take this market even lower. But that's it from the setups. Next up, we're going to be looking at the TradingView Trade of the Week. Well, this was a really tough week for me to decide the TradingView Trade of the Week winner. We had such amazing setups by our traders. They really stepped it up this week. But before we look at those top trades, just a reminder that you can sign up for a TradingView Pro trial account, and by doing so, you will also support our community. And if you would like to use TradingView to execute, to trade with instead of using MetaTrader, you can join FXCM, as they do support TradingView as an execution platform. But yeah, let's not waste any more time, and let's see who won this week's TradingView Trade of the Week competition. So this week I couldn't pick a clear winner. So what I had to do is pick 2 winners that I'm going to end up putting into that final round of voting for the community to vote for. And the first of the winners is McCartine. He had a clean setup on the NASDAQ, and what I liked about this was the clean analysis and his clear level of entry, and his target was reached quite easily. So well done, McCartine. The second winner this week is none other than FX Patriot. His setup on the USDCAD was again quite a clean setup. He used multi-time frame analysis. He had the higher time frame bias, and again clean entry, and his target was reached quite easily for quite a decent reward ratio. So congratulations, guys! Both of you will be going into that final round of voting. But yeah, that's it from this week's episode, guys. Good luck for next week, and I'll see you all in the trading room.